Welcome, gentlemen. You are once again with us, and we feel very fortunate and lucky that you have been regularly patronizing our security leadership discussion. Today, we bring a very important discussion based on the subject of gender discrimination. Gender discrimination or equal opportunities in Indian industrial security sector. Is it just a myth, or is it really happening? Do we have discrimination based on gender in security profession, or are we privileged to not having seen it, experienced it? But who is going to be most suitable than someone who has been in industry for a very long time and is our privilege and honor to bring to you expert speaker Veena Gupta. Security leadership discussion today is with Ms. Veena Gupta, and she has been in the industry for a very long time. Ms. Veena Gupta is law graduate and founder of Seeing Global Consulting based at Singapore. She is Tedx speaker, life coach, security executive, protection practitioner, and she is martial artist by passion and founder of WESS NGO. A qualified lead auditor, she is passionately involved in women empowerment and their self-defense training. With more than 25 years experience in risk and security integration, she is accomplished risk and security consultant. She is creator of women's safety mobile app called MSMR, My Security, My Responsibility, and also author of acclaimed book of same title. She is also founder of She Talks. The discussion is being organized by ICISS, International Council for Industrial Security and Safety Management, which is in forefront in professionalizing the security profession. Again, I feel very privileged and very happy to have opportunity discussing with you a subject which is very close to your heart. And I am sure the way you have been very candid expressing your views and your experience in the industry, this discussion is also going to witness same candor, same candidness, and same lively response from you. Veena, it is individual and singular privilege for me to welcome you for the discussion. And let's start with the same theme question. Is there gender discrimination in Indian industrial security sector? Your experience, your time.
Hi, good evening. Thanks, Captain SB Tyagi, and I'm so overwhelmed with your such a great introduction which you have given to the viewers. First of all, it's my privilege to be with you and sharing this screen on a very sensitive topic. As you said, is very close to my heart, like gender discrimination, or I would say gender equality or the equal opportunity in our industries, which is of course known as a male subjected, I will not say dominated, subjected industry, security industry. Well, Captain Tyagi, like if you ask me, this equality subject and the word, it's our fifth global issue and the goal of our government to achieve it. And thanks to ICISS for bringing up this topic to break the bias and to break this gender equality and stereotype, which is very important, especially in our industries. Now, see if we go back to in our if you go back to our if we go back to like in our history, I would say like 2.6 time unpaid extra labor work or the domestic work we women do in the world, and we actually calculate the total economy. I think it will comes down to somewhere around 10 trillion dollars, which is like annually. So you can imagine that how much work we do extra yet being unpaid, whether it's a home or maybe office. So this is the unheard story, which I will not bring it here. since we're talking about the discrimination, I would say yes, it does happen. Not in our industry, I would say everywhere. But since we are talking about my industry, our industry, and we come from the same background, so I would say yes, it's been there for long. Especially, it took me like many years. Whenever we discuss this topic, it always takes me back to my days in 2002 when I got into this industry by chance, I would say, and I chose to be in this industry because I love this industry. It just happened. But that was a time, I felt that I was like a woman who's just marching alone. I was like a one who's just fighting to be accepted by my peer professional fellow friends or the industry people. But then I thought, what could be the reason? So I had started calculating the reasons. So reasons was very weird and but obvious. First, like, I always found that initially when this industry started, because of DGR, I would say, or security known as a defense people like industry, you also comes from the military background. You must have seen the security guarding company or the security professional mostly comes from that background. Reason being because this is how we thought that military people or the defense people or the police can protect better than anybody else. But for me, Captain Tyagi, it's been a very normal like industry because मैंने ये सीखा है कि security is not any rocket science. It's like any other profession. Like like if I ask any man to cook, as we you always say is equality. But let me ask you, in the hotel, whenever you go, the kitchen being handled by men. Mostly you'll find the male chefs, then the female chefs. So I think it's just a stereotype thought process we had since our childhood that girls have to go or have to choose the stream like maybe administration, maybe doctor, or doctor also in a particular stream like gynae, you know and then the teacher, or maybe somewhere some receptionist, or maybe sitting at a back office or HR job. These were the only profession we've been taught by our parents, by this society. So that was the reason when I got into this industry, I've become like an alien. I started walking alone, and people, they started following me, they started laughing on me. Why? Because I chose the industry which was not meant for me as in the female, and the profession which I chose, that was protecting men. So I have become a first Indian female bodyguard or a protection officer, which was unheard in our industry. So they started assuming कि ये लड़की है. Okay, somebody has named me escort guard होगी. Somebody said, oh, security guard hogi. Somebody said, what is she's doing all about? She's just making it up. But then, thanks to those people, thanks to those critique, it made me rebel. And I thought, like, let's challenge the status quo. So, keeping those thoughts in mind, I started working hard. And I think those people only who were my biggest critique made me who I am today. But let me tell you all now, since we are here, we are in this industry, we gonna be here forever now. It's not that we are here to dominate, for a simple reason that we want to contribute, we want to empower other women, we want to empower other men. Why only women? And we want people should take the leverage from our experience, especially like I would say my experience, because when I started this journey, I was alone. I feel that I was alone. And it's not only the security. I used to do firefighting projects also. Imagine, you would laugh, the people, when I used to go outside, people, they used to say my name, Veena Fire. So initially it was very discriminating kind of subjective discussion. I always heard कि लड़की फायर में क्या कर रही है, लड़की सिक्योरिटी में क्या कर रही है. And I, instead of feeling like embarrassed that when they say my name, Veena Fire or Veena Security, I started taking those phrases as my strength. I said, okay, let them say whatever they're saying. One fine day, they will feel, yes, she has done something. So I had what? I had nothing. I had no formal background. I had no military background. I had no defense training. I had nothing. I had only one thing, which was an attitude. कि भाई कुछ तो करना है, कुछ तो अचीव करना है, जितना आप लोग बोल रहे हो उतना हम ज्यादा करेंगे. And mind you, I was working in a white collar job in a hospitality industry. I had a marketing manager, like, tag on my post. I was working as a sales manager in one of the five-star property. So it was not easy to get into something which was not your baby. But, since beginning, I was rebel. I always wanted to do something different. I was not able to cope up with the 9 to 6 job. I thought, fine, 9 to 6 job probably giving me salary, good status, good everything. But then I was not the one like who was set up or who was settled for something like quiet since beginning, because my father was in administration army forces, so I have grown up seeing those kind of atmosphere. I used to inspire many police officers. I got really like inspired, and I wanted to protect people. So my childhood become a kind of rebel where I've seen the girls being grouped, girls being molested, girls being teased. So I started protecting them by like taking and fighting, or taking their side or fighting for them. So I found there's something else in me, and I should do something like which can give me that kind of leverage where I can protect people, where I can give something to others. That probably like started giving me peace. So when I got into this industry, so I was like a female bodyguard. Now people, they couldn't digest, even my client for that matter. First of all, they never seen any soft spoken or slim trim, I would say, not the masculine, not the typical wearing black clothes and like macho man kind of stuff, the bodyguard. What they have seen me, a female, very soft looking girl, very sweet spoken. And then they thought, what will she do? And the height was also like barrier. And other things, like of course, as I said, the defense background was the barrier. But then I got a chance. I've been very opportunate, not that I got it on platter. I always fought. I said, give me chance at least. So I first assignment when I've been asked to do, I've been asked by my boss, do you think you can do it? I don't. I mean, before asking, I've been told that you're not able to do it. And hence, we will send some other mail along with you, even if you wish to do this assignment. So I said, okay, fine. At least they're giving me chance to do this task. So the first assignment was a very prestigious assignment. I still have that client with me. It's been almost 22 years I'm serving those clients. So that was very prestigious like assignment. And I was like very passionate. I was very like entho. I was very courageous to deal with the risk and learning day by day. So I had my fellow professional colleague with me, accompanying me from he was a British guy. He was accompanying me, and he started watching me that this girl has a fire. You know why? There were 2 3 reasons. I explained him. I said, look, so there was some particular like sensitive issue during the assignment. So I said, see, I'm a female, let me handle it, because they will not get to know who I am, yet I'm there to protect. So I just got into that task. I was a front body, I was a front person for doing that protection job. And he clicked. He got really like inspired. He said, yeah, she's right. Being a female, we can use her, not on a wrong aspect, but yes, इसको हम ट्राई करके देखते हैं, इसको फ्रंट पे लेके आते हैं. So front पे as a shield I was there, and nobody could make out that I am the one who is protecting that principle. And that was very sensitive task which we have achieved, and they have achieved because I was there. So there, from there my journey started, and that was the one task I have completed in 2005 alone. Very big task. And then I never stopped it. But then client was okay. But then my surrounding, when they started knowing me, oh, there is one competition, then us. So they started like asking question, who's this girl, what is she doing, how is she doing? So as I said, they started like laughing, rebuke, and then frown कि अरे ऐसा ही कुछ होगा, देखते हैं. So that was like whenever I talk, it always fills me with the joy and pride. And it gives me power, and more thrilling experience to narrate what had happened when I did my first assignment.
25 years now, when you look back, things were not very rosy, not very promising. It definitely must have changed over 25 years, because for bringing reference to context. Last month only, Security Today and IRIS Consulting released a survey. ICISS was also partner to that survey. And this survey report is very revealing. And it says one of the indicator out of this report is that today 76% times when women security professionals apply for the job, they get yes as a response. And when overall choice of professional career of woman is studied, security is as a profession the lowest in their priority. So things probably will change when more and more women start coming to the profession. First, there are going to be ladies who choose it as a profession, and then it is going to be like when in ladies' special bus, a man enters and finds uncomfortable. No lady are refusing entry, but a man would feel uncomfortable. Similarly, a woman would naturally feel uncomfortable when it is male dominated scenario. But when ladies enter, in fact, another response I got from many respondents was that in the presence of ladies, gents tend to behave more responsibly, more decently, and more sophisticated the kind of demeanor they adopt. So, ladies are sobering factor also in any team. So, having established your own team and your professional career of 25 years long span, do you feel changes, and what are those changes, if at all you feel changes?
Yeah, there are many changes. As I said, I was the only one. But changes, I would say, still I feel by heart. See, we have to change from inside first. If we want to change, see the change, we have to change first. This is my personal experience. Let me ask you a very abrupt and very random question. How many times in the 25 years you have seen me speaking in these forums, which we are known by tips? We have only few professional forum. So, have you ever seen me speaking in this forum? Why? This is my feeling. See, we can bring any a number of people, we can do any a number of surveys. Until as we change our thought process, until as we stop treating this an association as a competition, then nothing will change, because you have to bring more like influencers or inspiring story in your panel discussion, in your forums to talk about. Stop thinking that those women are your competition. Bring them at least the matter subject. In spite of that, you are the stop taking them as a competition, first of all, I would say. So for me, I feel nothing has changed, it's still the same. Because since I'm talking about my experience, so I will talk about my experience. See, we have to do this because of the diversity. Under the diversity, LGBT employment have to be given to the people, and this is the government by law guidance is there, so we are hiring by force 25% women on the in the corporate world, or maybe in this security, I would say, for that matter. But tell me, like, we have seen that most many time, or I think we have never talked about men not doing receptionist job, men not doing housekeeping business, men not doing administration or a maid job. So I'm just saying, it's just a hype has been created. This is my personal experience, why we have created this women and security hype. Because we as a stakeholders never want to leave those chairs. Why we, it was always my fight. Why I've never been invited in any of those forum to speak on a subject which is women's safety, where I've done so much of work. People, they call me, silently inbox me asking for those books or asking for the app information, but have anybody stood for me and talked about that why can't Veena be there as a speaker? Why? Was the language was my barrier? Or they think that I can't speak? No, I have taken this. Maybe I've become threat to those people. Maybe they think as a business vertical, I will take their business if I talk about posh, if I talk about women's safety. But I think that's a myth. I never sell these verticals as my business. I talk about only about the passion which is towards the cause, the women insecurity or women security or equality. So I think the charity begins at home. Whatever number of people we bring inside the boardroom or inside in the premises, but I think we have to change first. We have to showcase. Now, as you're saying that have you seen change? Yes, I've seen changes. Many changes are there, many women are there, but have we heard those women? Have we provoked those women to come and listen to some inspiring story than you and me talking here? Have anybody made some efforts other than the Tedx bringing me or bringing somebody else to stand in those association and talk about to inspire those girls so that female can feel more comfortable? Yes, I've been accepted. My fight was not getting the acceptance for various reasons. I still not get the first chance to compete or bid for a project or bid for some business opportunity. Captain Tyagi, you must know why. Because I don't afford to drink in the evening and sit with them having chit chat and talking on business. However, most of the business get closed maybe in the bar or in the dining restaurants over the beer or over the drink. Why? Because I'm a female. I can't be there. अरे एटलीस्ट बुलाओ तो पूछो तो इट्स माय चॉइस वेदर आई विल कम और नॉट आई ऑलवेज सेज आप कितने भी लोगों को ले आओ until as you start giving the work or the opportunity on the merit at least ask for the bidding to everybody whether I'm a female or a male. If there's only 3 or 4 people selling one or two or three things, at least call everybody. It's not that I'm your friend and on the top I am having a couple of drinks with you, I'm sitting in the bar with you, so I'll just sign the contract. Why so? So until as if we change this industry scenarios or industry best practice that everybody should get the right business on the merit or maybe on a competitive rate or on a skill or on the expertise, not in the name of friendship or not in the name of like glass of drinks. Because I as a female I can't drink out, I can't go out because I have a family to look after, I don't have time to sit in. Even for that matter, Captain Tyagi, मैं अगर ड्रिंक्स कर भी लूंगी शाम को, so industry will say किसी वीना तो शाम को बैठ के बार में दारू पीती है and she got the award and she got the business, she awarded the business. So हम कहाँ चेंज हुए हैं कैप्टन त्यागी? हम वहीं के वहीं हैं. हम अगर लेडीज को फीमेल को लेके भी आएंगे, कितने भी सर्वे करवा लेंगे, फायदा क्या होगा? वी विल नॉट गिव देम द इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी. हम उनको छोटे छोटे जॉब देंगे. वी विल नॉट लेट देम कम्पीट. We will say, okay, wait and watch. First you learn, first you work under a senior manager, learn the security. We will not give her the opportunity thinking that she can't do. Very simple example. In a boardroom or in a some kind of presentation, we have 2 women and then 5 men. What kind of task you will expect women to do? I am sure 80% will say कि आप चाय कॉफी देख लेना, आप गेस्ट को वेलकम का देख लेना, आप रिसेप्शन का फ्लास का देख लेना और आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फॉलोअप्स देख लेना, मेज देख लेना. Nobody would give that job which is outdoor job. Could be like कोडिंग्स को प्रिंट करके लेके आना है, मे बी प्रिंटिंग मटेरियल लाना है, मे बी आउटडोर की कुछ ऑर्डर्स करने हैं. बिकॉज दिस इज द डेल्मा, दिस इज द माइंडसेट हमने बना रखा है कि फीमेल जो है दे असाइन टू डू सेट काइंड ऑफ जॉब. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई डू अंडरस्टैंड वुमेन सेफ्टी इज अ इशू, बट ये इशू कब तक चलता रहेगा? अगर नाइट की शिफ्ट होगी तो हम लड़कियों को इसलिए नहीं नाइट में भेजेंगे क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि वुमेन सेफ्टी एक छोटा सा एक इशू है, क्योंकि इशू हमने बना रखा है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्टीरियोटाइप. सो मेरे हिसाब से येस, ऑन पेपर्स, इन बुक्स एंड इन फोरम्स और इन सर्वेस वी फील दैट थिंग्स हैव चेंज, बट अंदर के स्टोरी में और अंदर के हिसाब से आई वुड से सेम है. वन मोर थिंग आई वुड एड ऑन. आप कभी भी किसी कंपनी में कैप्टन थे आगे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड आपने देखा होगा, फीमेल का आज भी एक ही टास्क है, फीमेल गार्ड डज ओनली फ्रिस्किंग. she very rarely get promoted as a security officer. You will always have in any assignment, you will always have a male supervisor, not the female supervisor. Why? Start the parity from there only. Give her some promotion, give her the enhancement, give her the training, give her the motivation, give her some extra tool to compete as a security supervisor. Why we don't make female security officer? बिकॉज अगेन इज अ स्टीरियोटाइप कि एक फीमेल सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर आ गई तो हाउ विल शी रूल दी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड, नो बट विल लिसन टू देम. सो ये जब तक हम अपना माइंडसेट नहीं चेंज करेंगे, हमारी सिक्योरिटी इंडस्ट्री में जो फीमेल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है, दे विल ऑलवेज रिमेन ए बिचारी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड. दे विल नेवर गेट प्रमोटेड. बस उनके ऊपर हम यही बात करेंगे, एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स उनसे नहीं करवाने, 8 आवर्स की जॉब करनी है, कंप्लायंसेस फॉलो करना है. मेरा मानना ये है, चेंज करना है तो वहां से चेंज करो. So when I walk in as a client or as a customer, I would see, wow, one female officer as a supervisor sitting and taking a charge, taking a command. Why not? We can start the change from there. So मेरे हिसाब से अभी भी मुझे लगता है बहुत सारी milestone we have to achieve. Lots many barriers are there. It's just we are talking, we are giving awards. I would say, why we have to give award? Don't give them award. Give them empowerment, give them courage, give them opportunity to be the security officer, then remaining the security guard. आज उनको अवार्ड दो ना, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स को अवार्ड दो, बेस्ट अवार्ड. मुझे
Veena,
अवार्ड्स मत.
who will give, who will give the opportunity?
So
Uh,
sir,
these
no, sorry.
these male uh, who are seen to be stumbling block for ladies, they are not going to give opportunities. I had no discussion with a lady army officer, ex-army officer, and she says that no one invited me to join army. It was me who decided to join army. Having joined army, I cannot say that lower down your standard because I want to join army. She said it is like boxing. I when enter the boxing ring, rules are known to me. Having entered the boxing ring, I cannot say that box me softly, make the round shorter for me, make the punches with the kid's glove, and make me winner. So she says that opportunities need to be created by women. And again, once again, I was going through that report, and the very specific indicator question was the refusal of jobs to female on the basis of gender. And response was yes, which was only 16.26%. And no response was 9.32%. And 74.42% was for non-refusal, means the ladies were not refused the job because of their gender. So that was one indicator. Another indicator again came through another survey, and this survey was done in India, and this survey was done by FICCI, and this survey was done by a lady, Manjri Jarohar, who was a very
I know.
senior CISF officer. So that links to that, survey and top women are not, but women would reach the top only on the merit, not because they're being women. Because agar, when we talk about equal opportunity scenario, then equal opportunity means equal qualification, equal challenges, equal difficulties, and equal ease of your career progression. So another point I would like you to discuss, that having chosen the security field, the ladies in the profession need any special conditions, work conditions, because I know that there will be uh, attempts to molestation, discrimination based on gender. This will happen in security also. So, would there be a security professional who would need security during the night shift? Because this is paradox, and this is the sector which is entirely different sector. Here, security personnel would need security, like Ola decision which is being referred very recently, which the Supreme Court mandated after this incident, that the woman cannot be compared for night shift. Will it be happening in security sector also?
Okay. Yeah, very right question you have asked. See, as I said, when I used to do the security task, so first of all, we have to, it's a choice, right? It's a choice, first of all, the individual have to make. So during the interview, if we put our code and conduct very clear, for example, me as an employer, want this specification or a specific job to be done by a lady, so it should have my do's and don'ts, it should have my pointer that these are the circumstances, as you know, when, because I joined my career with the international company, so it was very clear, they have laid down the SOPs and the pointers that these many things you have to do 1 2 3 4 night shop, night job, night stuff. Are you equipped? First of all, are you willing to do? So my question was, yes, I will do. Now if I'm willing to do, you have to equip me with this skill. So of course I've been equipped with the 6 month training. That was my choice to extend it the 6 month, but initially it was a 15 days training. So the training you have to provide them, you have to, like we are talking about, and at the same time we are talking about the many operators in Bombay and Bangalore where female they drive the car. So government has not given them equipment. They have got the equipped by themselves by learning the self defense, by martial art, or many other extra qualifications. So either we have to, if we want that job to be done at the night shift, so we have to equip them. Even the compliance says if you're having a night shift at the workplace, see, we are, when we are talking about safety, is not necessary that I can be molested in the car while working in any corporate, while doing the night job. I can be molested, I can be murdered, which we know that it happened earlier. So that is the reason compliance says that you have to train the female employee in self defense, in post training. You have to equip them. So first we have to mentally train them. Secondly, we have to physically train them, and third, we have to have the CMS, the center monitoring or the response team, and everything should be provided to skill them, to support them, to encourage them. Because मेरा मानना है कि हम डरते रहेंगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. I think we have to set an example by providing them the tools to fight back. That is the reason compliances are there that train them in self defense so that they know their basic. In my knowledge, how many companies are there who really do this in the name of compliances? They just do undo 1 or 2 hour training and then they take the certificate. Yes, my staff has been trained. So yes, they should be given, as I said, until as you ask me. See, in today's generation, okay, let's forget about the job. I have seen. I also do many survey. Though I don't publish my survey, I have my NGO. I do many survey. I go for night check, personal night check. You know, the society is changing. The youngsters are on road till 4 o'clock. Girls or boys are totally changed. It's a different 21st century. When you see the girls, you'll be shocked. In the metropolitan, girls are roaming on the street or till like even in Delhi for that matter. I've been to Delhi. I think last year, after ages, I've seen it's a totally changed scenario. You have a police around, you have people. Then yes, you have to provide them the do's and don'ts, tools to fight back, and you have to equip them. So when they already out, partying whole night or roaming on the street, so then also they are out. Who looks after, who thinks about their security? It's just that we have, today's generation is mentally very very strong. They know how to fight back. They are equipped with self defense. So same goes for the employer. If you give them the job, you have to make your code of conduct very clear. You have to give them the job description, and everything should be clear. Yes, we will have the night job for you. You have to do the night job, but at the same time you have to learn this training. You have to undergo the self defense training or the martial art. So that is very very important. And when we talk about safety, Captain Tyagi, it's very important for male also. Many male been murdered at night. So I think this is the myth we have to come out. There's molestation, there's rapes. I think this is just I think we have to stop talking about, then doing some action, then only I think things will change. So refusals, इसलिए नहीं आते कि मुझे safety नहीं मिलती. Refusals इसलिए आती है because in interviews some question been asked very abruptly. Will you continue your job after marriage? How will you manage your kids, and how will you manage your maternity leave? So when these questions comes, I'm really like helpless to say yes or no. पहले आप मुझे डरा दोगे, because I've been part of many like interviews. तीन जो क्वेश्चन बहुत बेसिक होते हैं, आपकी शादी हो गई, शादी कब होनी है, फैमिली प्लानिंग क्या है, प्रेगनेंसी का क्या प्लान है, दीज आर द क्वेश्चन विच बिन आस्क्ड बाय वेरी इन मैनी कॉर्पोरेट. सो रिफ्यूजल्स का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि हमने इसलिए रिफ्यूज किया है, हमने शायद इसलिए रिफ्यूज किया होगा, मे बी सम क्वेश्चंस वर नॉट रेलिवेंट, मे बी द सैलरी वाज नॉट एज पर द benchmark. Why can't we see? I am running an initiative called Indian version of Charlie's Angel. I have thousands, whenever, see, I don't do it openly, but I get call from many friends asking for female resumes for a security job, for to be a security officer. So I have that, manpower pool with me, where I have many women, trained women with me, thousand of together, and they're ready to take up. So there's a one scenario like this and one scenario like this. I would say, because I am doing this work, I am the front person, I have these many women who would like to join the security stream, provided, because I tell them the right path, what you will get, what you will be trained for, what tasks you will do. So if we give them the right job description, और हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम सिक्योरिटी के नाम पे क्या बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, आपको सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर की हम जॉब देंगे, बट आपको एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव का काम कराते हैं, विदाउट आस्किंग हर. We decide that she is not fit for the night job. This is the myth, Captain Tyagi. We have to change for at least once. Don't assume. Ask her, would you be able to do night check? Would you be able to do night operation? Because I have done in the year of 2002, when I was working with the guarding company. I worked with the various guarding company also. So during my experience, I used to choose, and I've been asked to do the night check because my employer was an international employer. We've been asked कि आपको नाइट चेक भी करना जाना पड़ेगा, ये आपकी ड्यूटी का पार्ट है कि you have to do the operation also. So I did it. I chose to do it. So once I started doing it, I got into that. I have seen the scenarios and I have learned from there. So क्वेश्चन यहाँ आता है कि हम उनसे पूछें पहले, देन एज्यूम कि क्या वो कर पाएंगी. पहले आप चांस दीजिए, इक्विप कीजिए, आई एम श्योर दे विल बी एबल टू डू. उससे एक चीज और होगी कैप्टन त्यागी, कि हमारा जो वुमेन सेफ्टी का ये मुद्दा है ना, खत्म हो जाएगा. इमेजिन एक साथ अगर 100 women who's doing night job on the road. So do you think women's safety will be like in question? No, because 100 women at some corner will be trained.
Another revealing indicator. Difference for women. In fact, this was again, about career choice. Deterrent for women joining security and safety functions. In this, 12% was towards male-dominated teams. That was 12%. And 15% was industry bias. Remaining, every response was focusing on women's own decision and attributes. But yes, ladies are really preparing themselves for making a very successful career in security. For your information, for information of our viewers, ICISS conducts online certification courses mainly for two categories: security guards, those who aspire to become supervisors. So first category is certified security professional. So security guard to security supervisor. Then certified security manager. This is for those who are working as security supervisors, preparing them for executive position. And out of 100 applications we receive, about 30 to 40% are from women security professionals. So they have the desire that us, they look up and they want to climb the ladder. Opportunities are available, but these need to be filled by women themselves. In fact, if you recall, about 4 months back, probably it is known to you also, someone wanted female security executive. 6. And I thought that I am well connected, and I shared to my contacts getting zero response. So there are opportunities being created which is hard to fill. But then, yes, the stereotype is to be broken, which is being successfully broken by ladies of substance like yourself. There is another thing need to be shared with audience, and probably you only will be able to share and share so eloquently with our viewers that why there is always stereotypes that if there is a lady, she needs special treatment in equal opportunity in the society. When every woman has that desire to prove, somehow that should not have happened, but there is a feeling that they must prove. But when they prove, then they prove in the same environment, same culture, same society, same country, where things are not going to be changed for them. Probably women would be preparing themselves harder than the men to claim the job which so far been taken as a special privilege and right by male. So how you snatch, how you break that stereotype, and how you break that supremacy disorder of male, for that lady of substance are needed. So how would you appeal ladies to do that?
So see, I'm very proud to say this, that I have become the first change agent. That is how I call myself, that super boss change agent, because somebody have to take the lead. Some person have to lead the role. So somebody have to break the bias. So it took me, so I, at the age of 52, this is what I'm doing. That is the reason, giving back to society is very, very important. When you go through something, you have so much of experience, it will go based, so you have to start sharing. So that is the reason, Captain Tyagi, I started this NGO called WESS, Women Empowerment, Safety and Security. And this works towards women empowerment only in safety and security, to enhance their capability, to train them for the wars, to train them in self defense. That is the reason I have made my own app, MSMR, My Security, My Responsibility. I have published this book also, which will be very soon there in the Amazon, MSMR. This book talks about it talks about all about the same what I have gone through, though it's not a bio, but then I have published many bio. Many author have published my story. It's not for the reason to make me famous, but I think they found the struggle, they found the true hard work in it. And and then I don't want to leave it as it is. As I said, somebody have to march. So earlier I was marching alone, now I can see that many women are there, they are looking upon me, and that is the reason I am the one who's always at the fighting front. I always been very blunt. Whatever I have to say, I'm known as a fighter, Veena, या तो कुछ भी बोल देती है. It's not that I like saying all this thing, because I want to be true to myself कि झूठ बोल के हम आगे नहीं बढ़े हैं. इंडस्ट्री में बहुत सारे लोग मुझे बोलते हैं ये इस अपना ही ये कुछ चला देती है. इट्स नॉट कि इट्स नॉट मेंट फॉर मी. वो मैंने इसलिए चलाया है बिकॉज आई हैव सीन in our security forum, only few women get the opportunity to be on the panel to discuss these topics. I myself felt deprived that I never been on those panels to talk about this, and I'm very thankful to you that at least you invited me over. That is the reason I have to brought my own path, as in the WES NGO. She Talks. So She Talks is another platform which inspire others to be like us, to fight back, to make their footprint in the industry, which is security. I could say any industry you wish to be, you just follow your passion. So this is what I'm doing. So I am talking, I am posting things, and I'm basically I have a WhatsApp group, I have a Facebook group where women are open to talk with me. They, I get call from men, as you saying कि एक हाथ ये है एक हाथ ये है. मेरे हाथ में कभी भी आप बोलोगे कि मुझे कम से कम 100 लड़कियां चाहिए in this industry who would like to join, so I have this. And at the same time, under this NGO, what we have done, we have collaborated with the public sector, public private sector, or the police, or the administration, or I have, in our NGO we have 300 schools. The the schools from the sports background, and schools from the different backgrounds. So we have those colleges, and we have a good tie-up with the dean. Anybody would like to train those people in the stream of the security, especially, then we have a bandwidth. And I just want that people see, I'm not selling this. This is just a kind of social giving back to the society. I started this the initiatives to bring more women in this industry, which is the security industry. So we have a bandwidth, we have a tie-up, and this is my dream that we as I said, she talks is a it's we call it Indian version of Charlie's Angel. Means that, the black cat, basically all the women, all the students, the young energies, like when they go for a call center job, they get 30 to 35,000 rupees. If they join this industry, this is what I tell them: if they get trained, if they join this industry, then 50,000 is the beginning. See, as a doing executive protection, I know how much do we charge. And if we become make them security officer, then the security guard. So why are we looking for 10th pass? Why aren't we looking for a graduate? So graduate can speak English, we can give them extra tools, and that graduate can work as a security and the receptionist or a officer. And then we should have some trainings and to enhance as and thanks, like, you're doing these kind of certification. We have forum like you who can do this certification. We have NSDC. So these are the initiatives I'm already running. If we have a forum like you can certify them. And we have a we have a collaboration with the private corporate, where at a time, if you give me 100 girls, I can deploy them at any time to be the security officer, or EP, or the CSO. So it's not the we shouldn't be talking about security guard anymore. I think we should start calling them security officer, CSO. So once we have a fancy name, I think we'll have more women coming forward टू टेक अप दिस जॉब. क्योंकि हम जिस तरह से उनका इंटरव्यू लेते हैं, हम सिर्फ बोलते हैं सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर की जॉब है. नाउ व्हाट इज सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर? Working under some security director or operation, or then the hierarchy give her a independent task, something, whatever, whether CCTV camera, whether firefighting, whether the physical security guarding, एक आप stream दे दो and tell her you have to handle only diversity in the security field. I'll just share a quick example. I will not take the company name. This is one of the companies very close to my heart. Whenever I go there, you can't believe the generation security officers there. Mom है security supervisor, daughter है उसकी security officer, उसकी daughter है security officer. When you enter that premises, you'll find all home guard security, all like 6 feet height, मतलब maximum I would say 5'8" height girls, wearing that, like, white shirt and black pant, commando, having walkie talkie, professional with the bun. It looks like you entering into any international airport, or having a home guard security, entire security the minute you enter into the premises. From frisking to the gate, you'll find not even one male guard. So external periphery, they have a male guard. Internal security, they have all suite this generation, all generation. And so you can imagine that how much comfortable they were in that organization ki nani, beti, and uski beti, and then her friends are joining. So I think we have to reach there. Once we reach there, I think then you and me will not be talking about, we'll be only doing stamping, creating the certified security officer. And then we're getting a call from the corporate, hey Captain Tyagi, give me 100 security officers. So this is my vision. And at the age of I will not say I will get retired. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I just
From ICISS, I make an offer to you.
okay.
With one security guards who aspire to become supervisor, or those who are already working as supervisor and aspire to become security executive, recommend them to us, and we will give them discount of 50%.
Okay, I will sponsor that. Leave that discount.
This is this is often very difficult to resist. In fact, even the full fees is not very high. We
Yeah,
charge
I
only
know.
10,000 and 20,000. So
Right.
with 50% discount, it will be 5,000 rupees only but only discount is in financial terms. About passing the exams and standards and the language, everything remains same. So no discount on qualification and qualifying later on, but discount on fees. So with this, I
Sorry, I'll interrupt you because. So, for your information, Captain Tyagi, we have many corporates who are ready to fund them because I've been doing this, and I feel very good whenever I go at those, like, premises. The same security guard who was just a simple security guard, when you look at them, they'll say, "Oh, madam, aap aage hain," the way they speak, because it starts from the grooming, then the certification. See the appearance, the first is appearance, the way they speak, the way they greet you. So I've been lucky to get support from the industry peer professionals also, and they are ready to spend that CSR amount in this social support system. So I think we together can discuss the public private collaboration. I can bring many corporates on board who are ready to spend, because we do have that CSR to spend. So why not to bring and invest on the right social cause together?
Yeah. So we close the discussion with the very one positive, comforting thought that 12% of women security professionals are at the level of director, top level. So 12% is not a small figure. That must be very comforting thought.
Very
And
comforting.
this has happened. I know now so many ladies who are at the top of their organizational hierarchy so far as security function is concerned. So, with the motivation from industry leaders like you, there would be many ladies who come forward, make this their chosen profession. And in fact, the last month only, I was extremely happy to realize that girls, immediately after passing out from their management institute, they choose security as a profession.
Yeah.
So fresh MBA graduates are
Hmm.
choosing industry security as their profession, and not desk-bound job, not office job, but the field job. So stereotypes are being changed, paradigm has shifted, and thought leaders such as you are spreading good word around. More and more women would join, and with this, I feel very happy and privileged, and also thankful to you for sparing your time, sharing your ideas and thoughts. Viewers, be ready for our next discussion. And next discussion is going to be again on very important subject, and that subject is how security and safety merge together and become a composite function. British Safety Council has always advocated security and safety as a composite function. In India, that change has not happened, but again, things are slowly moving in that direction that we are going to have this as another paradigm which is shifting, and security and safety are going to be a composite function, and by one professional only, a team, entire team would be headed in the organization. That is the scenario which is going to develop very soon, very fast. Be ready and prepared for our discussion.